Hi there, Gemini. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Gemini for the month of March 2021. So I want to remind all of my viewers that this is a general love reading, and of course that means that it can apply to any kind of relationship and any kind of situation or circumstance that you might be dealing with. Don't forget to be flexible with the energy. You can be represented by any of the characters that may show up in the cards, regardless of the gender. You might feel like this is a personal reading for you, but you could feel like a cross watcher for somebody else that you're dealing with. Parts of the reading may resonate while other parts may not, so take what does and leave behind the rest. I hope you enjoy the reading. I hope that it resonates for you, but more importantly, I hope you feel like you get something beneficial out of watching it, even if it's just for entertainment purposes. Right, Gemini? Why not? I mean, we all need a little bit of entertainment in this crazy world that we're living in. If it looks like I'm kind of sitting in a weird position, I am, because I've got ever so precious Sylvester in my lap, which you can't see. You might be able to see a little bit of his fur. But he doesn't usually sit all curled up in my lap like this when I'm at the table. He usually is standing up making his biscuits with his little paws. So the fact that he's sleeping in my lap right now, I'm really reluctant to get up and disturb him. So you're my third reading, Gemini, and I have to go to the bathroom, but I'm not getting up. I'm going to sit here in discomfort and do your reading because Sylvester will not be disturbed today. Okay, Gemini. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's give this deck one more shuffle and a cut, and we're going to see what's in the cards for Gemini for March 2021. Here we go. 3 of Cups in reverse. The Chariot. Ten of Swords in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse. 2 of Swords. The Hermit. Six of Wands. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Sylvester, you're slipping. I need to adjust a little bit. There we go. Okay, Gemini. So I feel like you're seeking answers, or you're trying to find something out, or you're trying to make a decision, but you may not feel like you have the clarity you need, or the information, or the answers you need in order to make this decision. So right now it feels like things might be at a standstill, and I feel like that's the right thing to do. There could be other people involved in this situation. It feels like a group dynamic. This could be family, friends, colleagues, or co-workers. We have the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Wands out here, to me indicating a group dynamic, other people surrounding you or surrounding the situation. Cards out here. I feel like there could be some disruption within a group dynamic. So there could be some disharmony, some disagreements, maybe people not getting along. So that could be part of where this decision making is stemming from, needing to make a decision regarding how to handle that. Let's see what else we get. So we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Judgment in reverse. The Star. Knight of Swords. 5 of Cups. King of Cups in reverse. 3 of Swords. And then we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So we have a Queen of Wands and a King of Cups on the table. Both of these energies are in reverse. I feel like these are two separate people. I feel like this Queen of Wands is the person who might be responsible for causing some kind of upset within the group. Maybe some decision that was made, that she made. Again, I'm saying she because it's a queen energy, but again, you can be represented by either one of these energies, regardless of gender. This Queen of Wands feels like she's caused some kind of upset with regard to some kind of decision that she's made. And it could affect not just her, but the other people around her, or a group of people, or family members, or colleagues, or co-workers. I think this King of Cups is the one who might be looking into the situation or trying to make a decision about something. Or maybe trying to figure out what's wrong. Trying to get to the bottom of things so that progress can be made or movement forward can happen, something of that nature. Let's get some more cards out here. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse again. Two of Swords again, but this time in reverse. Page of Swords. Six of Swords. I'm really distracted because I got people talking outside my house. And I can hear everything that goes on out there. I live in this little cluster of houses. So the house across the street is quite literally just 20 feet away from me. And I can hear conversations and stuff. So I'm distracted. And I apologize, Gemini. King of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Wands again, this time in reverse. Three of Wands. And then it's actually my landlord's now, I'm noticing. Nine of Wands. My neighbors across the way just moved out. They took off out of their unit because they live in a basement unit. And we've had a lot of rain and stuff lately. And we had the electricity go out for a few days. But anyway, these units, because they're made of brick and concrete, get really wet. We get condensation inside the house. So you have to keep up on it, otherwise you get mold. I think that unit had issues with mold, and so they just took off. So the landlords are over there inspecting it, looking at it, whatever. Not that you give a shit about that, Gemini, but I'm just letting you know, because it's piqued my curiosity. I want to know what's going on. You know, there's not much excitement that goes on these days. I gotta keep up with what's going on with the Joneses, because that's my drama. You know, that's my entertainment. Anyway, let's see what we've got going on for Gemini. So, Gemini, this Queen of Wands, I feel like this is a reoccurring pattern of her. We've got this Ten of Swords. For me, Ten of Swords in reverse is about, for me, it's about reoccurring patterns. Things that have happened before that ended, but it's happening again. It's like you didn't learn the first time. We thought we'd been over this. We've been through this. Why is it happening again? So there's something going on with this Queen of Wands where some kind of decision that she made is affecting other people around her. And it's causing some kind of disruption or disharmony within a group dynamic. Again, these could be colleagues, coworkers, friends, a social circle, a community, an organization. This King of Cups seems to be the one who's being looked at as the one who's supposed to figure out what to do about this, but he also doesn't seem like he's invested or that he cares. And I think he's also this King of Pentacles. There's some indication for me that this King of Pentacles is like, I'm not going to put my energy into this situation because I don't give a shit anymore. Or I don't care. Or it's not affecting me. So why should I make an effort? The cards are indicating, well, now that we know, now that we have the clarity, now that we have some information, and maybe that, see, I said at the beginning, I thought that there was more clarity needed, and maybe that's why this King is like, well, I don't have enough, or I don't care, because I don't feel like what the information you've given me, or what you've provided in the way of what's going on, it's not enough for me to make this decision, or not enough for me to care to make a decision, or to look into this matter, or to address this issue. I feel like this King is holding out for more. But there seems to be some kind of expectation that this King will respond or react or communicate. But I don't feel like this King, either he doesn't care or he doesn't feel like he has enough to go on to make any decisions or to come to any conclusions regarding the situation with this Queen of Wands, who's created some kind of upset within this group dynamic. And again, I think she's done this before. I think this is a repeated pattern for sure. It's almost like people are saying, it's happening again, King of Cups. What are you going to do about this? She's doing it again. She's making these decisions. It's affecting all of us. She's causing problems. What are you going to do about it? And he's like, well, I mean, we already knew that she caused problems. What else have you got for me? You're going to have to give me a little more information in order for me to actually act. Because otherwise, I'm just like, I don't give a crap. That's what this King is saying. Let's see what else we get, Gemini. King of Wands is clarifying the Queen of Wands, both in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Four of Cups. Six of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. The Emperor in reverse. And then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So the connection between this King and Queen is the Six of Cups connection. To me, again, this can indicate soulmate energy. It does not have to be a romantic connection. It feels like it's probably a connection that's lasted the test of time. It could be a connection from the past. It could be a family related or family relationship. I feel like this Queen has made some decisions for this King, or she's kind of like acting like boss. Whereas I think it's actually, for some reason, I get the feeling, again, King, Queen doesn't matter. It's not about the gender, but there's someone here who typically would be making decisions that would affect this group dynamic. And this Queen seems to be taking the place of this person, making those decisions in place of him, or in spite of him, or acting on behalf of him. But I don't think that it's making other people happy. It's like she's doing his job and other people don't like it. And I think this is known. In other words, this could be an incident. This could be a situation where this queen did something or said something, and it's like the people surrounding this person and this king are like, okay, so everybody's aware of what this queen's done or what she said or what decision she's made. Now there's an expected response or reaction from this king, but he's not doing anything about it. It's put everything on hold. It's kind of everything's standing at a standstill right now. There's no movement forward because this problem has to be dealt with, but it's not being dealt with. I don't think this king feels like he has enough information or he knows enough, or it just feels like this is a repeated event, something that's happened in the past. Maybe something that he couldn't fix in the past, so he's thinking, well, what makes people think I can fix it now if I wasn't able to fix this in the past? Let's get some more cards up here. So there's the Queen of Wands again. Now she's over here with it. I wish you could see. I tried to tilt my tripod. I got a brand new tripod, but it doesn't tilt forward without crashing to the ground. So I adjusted it as best I could. But anyway, we have the Queen of Wands, clarifying the Queen of Wands in reverse, and then the King of Wands, all in this group with the Three of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. The Fool. The Two of Swords, again in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Swords. Baby boy is adjusting. He's turning around. Now he's not slipping off my lap, at least. I've been literally sitting here. This is a rocking chair. Sitting here with on my tippy toes, keeping this propped just right so he won't slide off my lap underneath the table. He's up a little further now, so I don't think he's going to fall off. So I think I can relax my legs now. Everybody's kind of stuck. Everybody's just like waiting. Everybody's hanging out in limbo here. This queen has stirred the shit. She is definitely responsible for a significant upset. It could be too that people are aware there's been some communication about what's been going on, but that's where it ended. There's been no further communication, or people are kind of internalizing their reactions right now because they're waiting on this king. For some reason, he's responsible for taking the lead with a response, but he doesn't want anything to do with it. And he doesn't care what other people think either. It's almost like he's saying, don't get me involved. I don't give a shit that everything's come to a standstill. I don't care that we're all hanging out in limbo here wondering what's going to happen next. I'm not dealing with this shit because this is the same thing that happened before. This is nothing new. What makes you think what I have to say or what my response is to this queen doing whatever she's doing, what makes you think that my response is going to change her mind this time or affect the situation any differently than it did before? Because there's nothing new going on here. This is something that's happened in the past that wasn't worked through or wasn't addressed or wasn't confronted, or people didn't express their opinions or their perspectives or weren't honest about what was going on. And so it's rearing its ugly head again. This Queen of Wands may not even be aware of what other people are thinking. I'm going to get one more round of cards out, see if I can't get any more details for you, Taurus. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse again. Hanging out with these, this King and Queen of Wands up here. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords again. Eight of Cups. Ten of Cups in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this king he's done trying to make people happy. I feel like people look to him to make decisions, to solve problems, to fix things. And he's not this time. And I think this Queen of Wands is like, well, if he's not going to do it, I will. I'll do his job for him. If he's not going to step up and take responsibility, then I'll take care of it. But people are very unhappy with that decision. There's definite conflict, but I don't think it's being spoken out loud. I get the feeling like there's very minimal conversation being had, or people aren't being totally honest with their reactions or their communication. And this king, strong sense of like this person saying, you know, look, everybody's kind of waiting for me to react or speak up or respond to this person, but we've been here before. I could do it, but it's not going to make a bit of difference. Everybody's still going to be dissatisfied or unhappy with the situation because nothing's changed since the last time this occurred. Now, when I say last time this occurred, this could be a situation where this queen's kind of taken on this role where she's kind of taken it upon herself to make some decisions or take on some kind of duties or actions, or taken on some kind of responsibility where it wasn't her place. But I think she's gotten impatient with this king because he's not doing it. But he doesn't see the reason to do it because nothing's changed since the last time this occurred. I hope this is making sense for you, Gemini. The story is making a lot of sense in my head. Some communication needs to be had for sure. I think one or more people need to admit to some holding on to some responsibility with regard to what's happened in the past. This could also have to do with a family dynamic. By the way, I have the Ten of Pentacles out here. If it's not a family situation, it could be within a group of people that you're very, very close to, or you've had long-standing relationships with. I think that there's been a lot of time has passed since said event has occurred. So, for example, I've been saying this whole time that there's a repeated pattern with regard to this Queen of Wands. Something that she's done, something that she said, some decisions she's made. And I feel like this, again, is a reoccurring pattern, but I also feel like a long period of time has passed, or this has lasted a long time, this situation, without a lot of clarity. In other words, nothing's changed, there's nothing new, there's not a lot of understanding as to why the situation keeps reoccurring. It's almost like this king is giving up his power to this queen. He's just like, fine, do whatever you want to do. I don't care. It's not going to matter anyway. There's a lot of frustrating energy coming off this king. He wants to just give up. It's like there's no point. There's no point. I'm going to take this card. There's no point in spinning my wheels. I've been here before. I'm not going to keep doing this crap. I'm not accepting responsibility. I just don't care anymore. This king doesn't care. I think at one time this king probably did take action, did respond, did take on some more responsibility, but he did it for other people. He was accepting a certain level of responsibility for the sake of others. And now that doesn't even matter to him anymore. That doesn't even matter to him anymore. Because he doesn't see any change since the last time. Okay. We have the Ace of Fire, which is the Ace of Wands. This is interesting. I did not expect this card to come out. Of course, the Ace of Wands is all about new beginnings, something brand new coming your way, an opportunity, an idea. Maybe this is an indication of an answer that might be coming forth to provide some clarity so that things can get rolling again within this group dynamic, or some changes can be made, or maybe this is indicating that this king maybe is going to come up with a new idea on how to handle the situation. Anyway, it came up in the upright. It's usually a very positive card. And I'm going to read this. It's just about a half page, and then we're going to wrap this up. Okay, Gemini? So here we go. Like all of the ace cards, the Ace of Fire represents the promise of new beginnings and opportunities, but unlike the other aces, this card also represents action. It represents the power for and the necessity of taking the initiative and actively pursuing our goals. It is about taking advantage of the opportunities we are presented with as opposed to thinking about it. It is good to have a goal, to dream, and to make plans, but the Ace of Fire lets us know that now is the time to move beyond research and planning. It is time to take the first real steps towards getting things underway. It is time to follow through on inspiration and create. It is time to weave your future into being, time for you to begin your active participation. The Ace of Fire also symbolizes inventiveness. Take an old idea and make it better, or create something new and unique. Whatever you seek to do, you can now make it your own and imbue it with your unique perspective and imagination. Now, rather than following tradition, do something in a way that offers a new approach. And baby boy's stretching and adjusting himself. So here's what this thought came into my head as I was reading this card. I think that this Queen of Wands is anxious to get things moving and is probably frustrated with this King's inactiveness. Maybe he's got the ideas. Maybe he's got the plans all in place, but he's not taking action. He's not moving forward. So she's decided to go ahead and do it for him. And that's frustrating people because she may not have the same vision, or she may not have the same goals or the same motivation. Maybe it's not matching up with this king. And so it's kind of messing with this group dynamic. It's not meshing with other people. It's not matching, again, what the vision initially was. But I think there's some frustration. And and almost a sense of giving up, that this queen's like, well, you know, if you're just going to give up, then I'll go ahead and take the reins and move forward with this. I'll make it happen. But she's not doing it in a way that's pleasing other people, or that's jiving with other people. So, Gemini, this card could also be indicating some advice from Spirit for this king, because honestly, I do feel like this is a reading for this king. Again, male or female, it doesn't matter. But it might be, instead of revisiting what's happened in the past and addressing what this Queen of Wands has done before and trying to fix that situation, maybe this king takes this idea or takes the initiative and decides to take action the way he sees fit, and just stop worrying about this queen altogether. And that might solve the problem. That might be what gets the ball rolling again and gets you out of this stagnant energy, or this feeling of I just don't care. Is this king needs to go ahead and take his own idea and run with it, instead of waiting for other people to take action for him, which is what I think this Queen of Wands has done. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to leave that here. I hope that resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you got something out of it. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe. If you feel like leaving a comment, I always enjoy those. I really appreciate you joining me today, Gemini. Thanks so much. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.